library friends. This is Miss Tree coming to you from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Library in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am coming to you today to share with you a sensory story time all about clouds. Because I don't know about where you are, but here where I am, it has been raining and raining. And all of that rain comes from somewhere, and the where are clouds. So I thought instead of being sad about all of this rain that keeps falling, we would celebrate the clouds and the rain. And so today we are going to be doing a sensory story time about clouds. Now, to give you a sense of what we're going to be doing today, we are going to start off with a rhyme. I'm then going to share with you some fun facts about clouds in a little bit of Did You Know? After that, we are going to share an amazing book by a very famous picture book author all about clouds. And then I am going to show you an activity that you can do at home if you have an empty jar, some water, some shaving cream, and a little bit of food coloring. We are going to make some cool science happen inside our houses. After that, we are going to do one more rhyme. So, are you ready to get started? I know I am. So let's flip back to the beginning. That's right. We're going to start out with a rhyme. So, for this rhyme, we're not going to be clouds. We're going to be raindrops. So can everybody put your hands up with me? We're going to be raindrops. Rain is falling down. Rain is falling down. Splash. Pitter patter, pitter patter. Rain is falling down. Good job, everybody. You did a great job being raindrops. Now, are you ready to learn a little bit about raindrops with me? Because it is time for some Did You Know? So, did you know that a cloud is actually a large collection of teeny tiny droplets of water? But those droplets of water are so small and so light that they actually float. And that is what a cloud is. It's a collection of itty bitty droplets of water. But how does that water end up in the sky? Well, we need a little bit more Did You Know to figure that out. And so we are going to talk now about the water cycle. And so on my trusty little board here, I have the water cycle. So we're going to talk about this process. So the water cycle actually starts with something called evaporation. So it's right over here. Because on our Earth, there's only a limited amount of water. And so occasionally, more often than not, the sun heats that water that's on the ground in lakes and puddles and oceans and rivers. And when the sun heats it, it evaporates or becomes very, very tiny and rises into the sky. It turns into something called water vapor. Well, that water vapor rises into the sky where it condenses, or it goes through a process called condensation. And that's when it rises, cools, turns back to liquid. Remember those tiny little droplets I talked about? This is them. And they turn into clouds. Well, once they end up in those clouds, sometimes those clouds get too full. And that's when we get something called precipitation. And precipitation is just a fancy word for rain. But it could also be sleet or hail or snow. Anything that falls from the sky like that is precipitation. And that precipitation, when it falls to the ground, it collects in a process called collection. And collection is where that water that's falling ends up in puddles, lakes, rivers, and oceans. You remember me talking about those? And the process starts all over again, where the sun heats it, and evaporation starts all over again. So that is the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. And it goes on and on and on. Well, it's time for us to move on. So we did our Did You Know, which means it's now time for us to do our book. And so, here's our book right back here. We are going to share a book today called Little Cloud, and it's by Eric Carle, and it's an imprint of Penguin Random House, published in 1996. At least this copy was. So Little Cloud by Eric Carle. The clouds drifted slowly across the sky. Little Cloud trailed behind. The clouds pushed upward and away. Little Cloud pushed downward and touched the tops of trees and houses. The clouds moved out of sight. Little Cloud changed into a giant cloud. Little Cloud changed into a, what does that look like? Into a sheep. Sheep and clouds sometimes look alike. Do you think it looks like a sheep? Little Cloud changed into a, oh my gosh, an airplane. Little Cloud often saw airplanes flying through the clouds. Little Cloud changed into a shark. Little Cloud once saw a shark through the waves on the ocean. Little Cloud changed into 2 trees. Little Cloud liked the way trees never moved and stayed in one place. Little Cloud changed into a rabbit. Little Cloud loved to watch rabbits dash across the meadows. cloud changed into a hat. Huh. Because little cloud changed into a clown that needed a hat. The other clouds drifted back. They huddled close together. Little cloud, they called. Come back. Little cloud drifted toward the clouds. Then all the clouds changed into one big cloud and rained. And that is the end. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that story. That was Little Cloud by Eric Carle. But in our story, Little Cloud changed into a bunch of things. But then all of the clouds got back together and it rained. Do you remember that? Well, we are going to do an activity now where I am going to show you how you can make it rain in your own house. Now remember, you only need an empty jar or glass, some tap water, some shaving cream, and a little bit of food coloring, and you can make it rain inside your house. Ready to see how you do it? All right. So, like I said, you need a jar and some shaving cream. So I am going to cover up that and some water, and I've got water in my jar. You can kind of see it moving in there. So I am going to spray shaving cream all over the top of my water. And do you see? It looks a little bit like a cloud sitting on top there. But now this is where the magic happens. We are going to make it rain. Are you ready? So, to make it rain, I've got my food coloring right here. So I am going to drip some in. Do you see it happening? It's raining in my jar. The clouds, or shaving cream, are making the food coloring rain down into my jar. That's beautiful. So you see, with just a couple things, you can make it rain in your very own house. So now that we've made it rain inside, that leads us to our last activity for today. We are going to do a little rhyme about the rain. And so we are all going to be rain. Are you ready? Well, we're going to play in the rain. So, get ready to stomp your feet. We're stomping in the rain. We're stomping in the rain. We can't go yet. We must get wet. We're stomping in the rain. We're clapping in the rain. We're clapping in the rain. We can't go yet. We must get wet. We're clapping in the rain. Now we're going to roll our hands. We're rolling in the rain. We're rolling in the rain. We can't go yet. We must get wet. We're rolling in the rain. Now, tap our heads. We're tapping in the rain. We're tapping in the rain. We can't go yet. We must get wet. We're tapping in the rain. And let's clap one more time. We're clapping in the rain. We're clapping in the rain. We can't go yet. We must get wet. We're clapping in the rain. And everybody clap those hands for me. Well, I hope you enjoyed our sensory story time all about clouds. I know it seems like the clouds will never lift, but they will, and there will be brighter days ahead. And so, if you want to learn more about clouds or the water cycle, or just read another fun book about clouds, if you're a member of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Library and have a library card or a CMS student with a One Access account, you can use our online catalog to learn more about what the library has to offer through our books and our e-resources about clouds and the water cycle. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope brighter days are ahead, and in the meantime, have a little fun making it rain inside. I'll see you soon. Bye.